KUGAN, CASSIUS, IFL TV, MTK Global. We're at a gala dinner here, put on by the General Sports Authority and also Skills Challenge. I'm joined by...
Is that straight?
Yeah, straight, Froch.
How you doing?
How are you, mate? Always good to see you.
Nice little trim lot. Look at that little... Like that, don't you? I'm all good, mate. I'm good.
How are you finding life in Saudi Arabia?
Not much happening. Came in yesterday quite late. Not staying in the best hotel on the resort, I don't think, but it's nice. It's hospitable and friendly enough. So, yeah, looking forward to the fight, though. 2
days away, Carl, from the most anticipated rematch of recent times, shall we say. Probably since Froch and Groves. Is that fair to say?
Well, I'm glad you said it, not me, because I'd get a load of stick if I said it. But it is a big rematch, definitely. I mean, this rematch is probably, I mean, I can't think of a bigger one than me and Groves when we had our second tussle at Wembley. And yeah, I mean, I can't wait for the fight, and I'm sure there's lots of people like on the fence with who's going to win. And I mean, there's people talking about, is this the end of AJ? Because if he loses this fight, depending on how he loses, it could be the end of him, and that's like the big talking point. Where does he go from here if he doesn't pull it off? So the pressure's on Josh to turn up, put in an amazing performance, and try and get the stoppage and just right that wrong that happened to him in the Garden in New York.
It is a good question, and I've asked this to a lot of people, that if it doesn't go Joshua's way on Saturday night, back-to-back defeats to someone that he wasn't expected to lose the first time, what does Anthony Joshua do if he doesn't come through Saturday?
If he loses on points in a close fight, pick himself up, try and mentally get himself back on track and carry on. If he gets beat up and knocked out and stopped and, you know, forced in a position where the referee sees it fit to stop the fight like he did last time, I mean, people are saying he quit and he retired on his feet. Whatever happened, he got knocked down, then he got beat up and outboxed, hurt, and then he got stopped, you know. It was a bad loss. There's a lot of things that happened in that first fight. If anything like that happens again, it's almost like curtains on your career, because I don't see how you can come back from that. I mean, is someone like Wilder going to give him a chance, and someone like Tyson Fury then going to want to say, yeah, you know what, I'll give you a shot? I don't think they will. It's a rebuilding process then, and he's never been the opponent, has he, AJ? So he needs to win in style.
How convinced are you that he does or doesn't come through on Saturday?
You know what, I'm totally on the fence. I can't, and I've said to Sky, and they always try and force me for a prediction on the fight build-up, and I've gone from saying I make AJ the slight favourite to saying that I don't even know now which way this fight's going to go. And if I had to, you know, if someone was going to push me off a cliff and say, listen, if you guess wrong, you're going off the cliff, I'd probably say, oh, I fancy Ruiz. That's how I'm feeling at the minute, because he just looks so charged when he's on the pads. He looks strong. He's still big. I thought he was going to lose weight, and I thought that'd be a problem for him, but he still looks heavy and powerful. And I've not seen enough of AJ. I haven't seen him in sparring, I've not seen him in camp, I've not been around him when he's chatting, but from what I have seen of him, on the gloves are off, and on the build-up, what Sky put on the build-up to the pay-per-view, I've not seen anything that convinces me that he's a man on a mission and is a man on fire. Similar to when I was rematching after a loss. After the Kessler loss, I fought Abraham, I was like wired up, ready for the rematch, and you know, the rematch with Groves, I wasn't coming off the back of a loss. That's probably a wrong example. You mentioned Groves earlier, so I did again. But after losing to Ward, my fight with Butte was almost, it was a do or die kind of attitude. And I've not seen that with AJ, and I think that's what he needs. But I've not been around him enough to see it. I've had a brief discussion with Rob McCracken, his coach, probably 3 weeks ago, who's confident that he's in a good place. So it's one of them. It's literally a 50-50 fight, and I'm on the fence at the minute. I can't pick. I need to see him at the weigh-in, and I need to see how they're like shaping up and what they're saying at the way when we interview him, when we talk to him, and I need to look in his eyes. But this is a massive task for AJ, and the pressure is immensely on him.
I'm not going to keep you too much longer. His new leaner physique, which is obviously quite visible for everyone to see, how's that going to help or hinder him?
Well, it'll be speed, won't it? But if you've got a bit more speed, is that going to counteract with the fact that he's got less weight? I don't know. It depends what he weighs in. It depends how light he comes. I still want to see him around or above 17 stone. If he starts dropping to just below 17, I'd be concerned that he's not going to have the weight and the strength enough to keep Ruiz off. Because if Ruiz backs him up and leans on him and pushes him about and manoeuvres him around the ring, he's in control like he was in the first fight. I'd like to see AJ big enough and strong enough and heavy enough to be able to hold off Ruiz and meet him as he comes with the punches, meet him and lean on him and grab him and tie him up and sort of bully him out of it.
I know everyone's kind of gone in for dinner, so you probably do as well. How are you getting on with George Groves, working with him?
Yeah, me and Georgie boy getting on quite fine actually. We've been on the top of the Globe Tower today. We did a bit of filming. We've got a nice little surprise for people on the pre-fight build-up with Sky. Yeah, it's been all right. You know, he's retired now. I'm retired. We've both got kids. We've got things in common. We have a chat. We have a laugh, and he's a good laugh, Groves. You know, if you give him a chance and you hear him out and you know just a bit patient with him, yeah, he's quite a nice guy. Believe it or not.
We can believe it. We can believe it with George. All right. Have you got anything else you'd like to add, Carl, before we finish? Appreciate your time here.
No, not at all. I'm all good, mate. I mean, I'm doing a podcast at the minute with Darren Fletcher, who's the football commentator, and he's also commentated on a few of my fights. He commentated on the Butte fight actually on BBC 5 Live. He knows his boxing. He's quite a clever bloke. Enough blowing smoke up his arse, but he's an NFL commentator. He commentates for the football as well, the Champions League. And we're now doing a podcast, so it's called Froch on Fighting. It's on podcasts. We're sticking it all on YouTube as well, so if you can, get behind it, have a look, let me know what you think.
Okay, Carl Froch, you're looking very dapper. Thank you very much for talking to IFL TV, and I hope you enjoy your time here in Saudi Arabia. Just have one more, Carl, come on. Get the gloves out once more.
One more fight? I'll fight you. Let's do it.
Do you know what? In the street, you'd probably win, right? But if I could get kind of on your blind side and hit you with something like a bottle, I think I've got half a chance.
So what you're saying, if you Judas me bad from behind, you've got a chance.
That's my only chance, and I don't even think that's a good chance, to be fair.
Hey, listen, we're mates. We don't do that kind of thing.
Absolutely not.
Enjoy the evening. Come and have a nice meal.
Absolutely. Carl Froch, thank you very much. We'll speak to you soon.
Did you not get the memo on the dress code situation?
I'm all right. Don't worry about
it. No? See you later, mate.
See you later on.
Is special. Absolute dynamite. Oh my goodness. Here we go.